Hi! In celebration of the National Family Week and Month this September, I am Maribel Espadero welcoming you to this series of webinars designed to help our families to develop resilience and establish good health habits that will help every family to overcome the challenges and difficulties of this pandemic, and also to establish habits to live healthier, happier, and longer meaningful lives. Our host and resource person for this series is our fitness and wellness guru and our Baguio boy, Danny Quinto. Danny attended SLU Boys High, graduated from Baguio City High School, and took up BS Physics from the University of the Philippines in Diliman. He is a graduate of the U.S. Sports Academy, coaches training courses in sports, nutrition, and physical and mental fitness. He is also a graduate of online certification courses on natural healing, food as medicine, and EMDR therapy for brain and mind health. He is an excellent example of his advocacy, and he remains mentally and physically active in his favorite sports of boxing, chess, and soccer. He is an active volunteer in community work, active in his church calling, while maintaining his construction business. His passion and calling is to empower people to live healthier, happier, and longer meaningful lives using the natural systems of the body in the prevention and healing of illnesses. As such, he is a member of the World Food Revolution and founder of the Blue Zone's wellness and longevity movement based here in Baguio. He has taught an online masterclass which I have attended. I have learned many insights and easy practical tips for making our body become healthier and more resilient on our mental, physical, emotional, social, and even spiritual aspects. I will then highly recommend that we view this entire wellness webinar during the September National Family Month so our families can learn natural and practical ways to cope with and overcome the mental and physical risks, dangers, and challenges of this ongoing pandemic. Let us now welcome our wellness guru and my friend, Danny Quinto.
Good morning, Baguio. In celebration of National Family Week this week, and together with Maribel Espadero, let me invite you to the series of webinars. They'll be informative, they'll be scientifically based, and it is designed to focus on our body systems, to keep us healthier, and even to heal us from illnesses that we have. For over 35 years, I've lived a healthy lifestyle. And as of today, I have no illnesses whatsoever. And to top it off, I'm still as active as any 35-year-old. And definitely, I still play my favorite sports of boxing and soccer right there in Burnham Park. And I do my mental sports with my son playing chess. Now, science is my other strong point. And I've done a lot of research, especially on ancient and traditional systems of health and healing. And I've also done extensive research. These are validated researches on current cutting-edge research by scientists and other international and well-known integrative medical doctors, especially on the systems of the body, who, based on the researches, they work as a whole to keep us healthy, prevent and repair, and even heal illnesses that we have in our body. You know what? In all of these years, I've been very amazed at our body and the systems that work together. You can have the cardiovascular system, the respiratory system, the skeletal system, the digestive system, our immune system, and our autonomic nervous system. They all work in harmony with each other, as if it's a fine-tuned machine, a well-organized team to keep us healthy, to keep us happy, and to keep us living longer with meaningful lives. And so for this webinar, my approach would be very holistic. It will be easy to understand. There will be no scientific terms. I'll keep it to a minimum. So everyone can understand, whether you're young or old, you've been to school, you've been out of school, so that we can establish a healthy lifestyle, healthy habits. Okay, one good thing about it is I field tested them, meaning I applied them in my life, so much so that I've acquired them already as my lifetime habits, together with many others, I'm sure, who have the same habits that I have. Now, let me say to those who are listening right now that if I can do it, definitely you can do it. Okay? Now, it doesn't really matter if you're young or you're old, a senior citizen, if you're fat or you're thin, if you are carnivorous or a vegetarian, you're active or a potato couch, you smoke a lot, you drink a lot of alcohol, and maybe you have other vices that you may have. Doesn't really matter, because I think and sincerely believe that the information that I'm going to be sharing with you, based on scientific data and a lot of research, will be of great help to you and especially also to your family. It will bring you a lot of comfort and maybe start you on your journey to a wellness lifestyle. Now, a short disclaimer, I won't be prescribing any medical procedures or any pharmaceutical drugs. For that, you have to turn to your favorite doctor. Okay? Now, what I'd like you to do is to examine yourself, to look at yourself, your whole body, your mind, and probably even your spirit, and all its systems in these many areas. So let me just enumerate these areas that I'll be covering during this entire webinar. One will be our brain, meaning our hardware, ang ating brain, di ba? The other one will be our mind, and we have all of those neurons firing. That is our software. Another one would be our food choices. The food that we eat impacts us greatly, especially in our brain. So whether you are carnivorous or vegetarian, we are going to look into it. Another one would be on movement and on exercise. Are you a potato couch or are you still quite active? Another one would be on breathing and on mindfulness. Now that's very important. Breathing. Do you know how to breathe properly? All right. Another one would be on sounds, the sounds that we hear, and the music that we play, we listen to regularly. Another one would be on rest, on sleep, and on recreation. Very important. An important item would be on family and social bonds. Do you have good friends that you can rely on? Another one is our defense system. Now, our immune system is just part actually of our whole defense system. I'll make sure that we're going to look into it. And I'll tell you stories about All of the blue zones, these are areas in the world that have the longest lived centenarians. And lastly, I'll focus on Ikigai. Ikigai is a Japanese word that roughly means is your reason for living, which is also very important for our health. Now, if you're going to be doing it alone, the things that I'm going to be sharing it with you, it will be a little bit hard, it will be challenging. But if you do it together with a team, especially if it's your family, then it will be a lot easier. And I'm just thankful that my family is with me. They also have the same habits that I have. Okay, so that's reason number one is because this is National Family Week, we like to do it together with our family. And reason number two is also very important, is because worldwide we are now in a pandemic mode. And you can see that the cases of anxiety, of anger, of depression is rising, and it will stay with us for some time, definitely. And reason number three why I'm doing this is I just like to play even a small part in sharing some of these ideas to you to be able to help you, especially our citizens here in the city of Baguio, become healthier, live happier, and longer, meaningful, and productive lives. For that, of course, I'd like to thank Ma'am Betty Fangasan, our officer at the Social Welfare and Development Office of our city. Last year, as of September, she focused me on sharing webinars about brain and mind health. I am thankful to her for that. Let me also thank Ma'am Eileen Refuerzo, our officer at the Public Information Office in the city of Baguio, for helping share this series of webinars. And so, let me start this first introduction with a quiz. So, ready naman kayo? Quiz na ito. And this has been done by Dr. Daniel Amen, America's brain doctor. I've added some points here in this quiz. Now, before we go directly into it, this is going to be, so take your pen and your pencil. If you don't have one, get your cell phone and you can add it. Meron naman kayong pando, di ba? In your cell phone. Now, your score is, I'm going to ask a question and you can rate it from 0 to 4. If the question is you do it very frequently, it's going to be 4. If it is frequently only, it's going to be 3. If it is occasionally, you put a 2. If it is rarely, you put a 1. And if you don't do it, then you put a 0. All right, so let's start this. I have the book of Dr. Amen right here with me. And let me just read the questions, okay? First question is, my diet is poor and tends to be haphazard. Now, if that's true for you, you have to put 4, right? But if it's not true for you, it's not haphazard, it's not poor, you can put 0 and then something in between. Number 2 is, I do not exercise. Okay, so if you agree with it, it's 4. If you don't agree with it because you exercise, you put 0. Reason number 3, question number 3 is, I put myself at risk for brain injuries by doing such things as not wearing my seatbelt, drinking and driving, and engaging in high-risk sports, and so on. Okay, do you engage in those things? So you put 4, you do. If you don't do it, you put 0. So question number 4, I live under daily or chronic stress in my home or in my work life. Okay. Now, question number 5 is, my thoughts tend to be negative, worried, or angry. If you agree with that, your thoughts tend to be negative. You put a 4. If you don't agree with it, you tend to be very calm. You put a 0. All right. Number 6 is, I have problems getting at least 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night. All right, do you agree? Disagree? Number 7, I smoke or I'm exposed to secondhand smoke. If you're not a smoker, you put 0, right? Then question number 8, I drink or consume more than 2 normal sized cups of coffee, tea, or dark sodas a day. Are you a coffee drinker? You drink a lot of soda drinks. If you do, it's 4. If you do not, it's 0. Number 9 is I use aspartame or MSG, monosodium glutamate. Ajinomoto, ito. All right, okay. Then question number 10. I'm around environmental toxins such as paint fumes. Are you a painter? Hair or nail salon fumes or pesticides. Okay. And then question 11 is I spend more than an hour a day playing computer or video games. Are you always on your computer playing video games? So if it's correct, you put 4. If not correct, you can put 0 or in between. Number 13 is outside of work time, I spend more than 1 hour a day on the computer. So outside of your work, do you still go there until the wee hours of the morning doing your computer? Question number 14. I have more than 3 normal sized drinks of alcohol or 8 ounces of beer a week. You drink regularly alcohol. And then question number 15, I think I have added this. I listen to hard pounding rock music on a regular basis. Do you do that? And then question number 15, I've added this. Also is, I breathe usually with my mouth. Let me repeat that. I breathe usually with my mouth. If you do that, you put 4. And if you breathe with your nose, you put 0. Okay, so pencils up. No cheating. No looking at the answers of the others. Okay. So now, what you can do now is to total them. If you can do it right now, let me give you the result, the scores of the result. Okay. If your score overall is from 0 to 6, congratulations, you have great brain habits. Okay, keep doing it. If your score is from 7 to 12, you're really good brain habits, but you still have to work better. Okay? From 13 to 20, fair. But you know what? You are prematurely aging your brain. Delikado ha. But then if your score is over 20, you're very poor. And it's time to be very concerned, especially at these pandemic times. Okay, my friends. I hope you enjoyed that very short bad brain quiz developed by Dr. Daniel Amen. I inserted some points right there. And so let me now end this introduction episode with a few words. First is you are in charge of your health. Nobody is. But if you share it together with your family, they can be of help, your mom, your dad, your brother, your sister. It will be a great help. But still, I'm telling you, you are in charge of your health. Okay? The second one is if I can do it, and I've circled the sun 70 times already, you can do it too. Okay? And then ending number 3, please share these webinars, this series, if you find it interesting, and definitely if you think that it can help others, please share it with your family and your friends. I can be reached if you have any questions at Danilo Quinto Facebook or Messenger. And my Gmail is drwellness1 at gmail.com. I'll also be uploading this in my YouTube channel called Ikigai Wellness Network. So you can view it again and again. And like I mentioned a while ago, this will be also on the Public Information Office website on Facebook, I think. And thank you to Ma'am Eileen Referso. And so with that, I'll see you all in the next episode. God bless you. Stay safe, stay healthy.